Good afternoon, student. In last lecture, we have studied integrated rate law for first order reaction. In this lecture, we are going to study integrated rate law for zero order reaction. We know that what is meant by zero order reaction? Reaction whose rate independent on concentration of reactant is called zero order reaction. Consider zero order reaction. A gives product suppose this is zero order reaction, that means rate of this reaction independent on concentration of reactant, that means A. Differential rate law for this reaction is given by minus d by dt of concentration of A is equal to K into concentration of A raised to power 0. Raised to power 0, that means rate of this reaction independent on concentration of reactant, that is A. By simplifying this equation, minus d by dt of concentration of A is equal to K, because power of any term is 0, it is equal to 1. Rearranging this equation, changing concentration of A is equal to minus K into changing time. Integrating this equation between the limits concentration of A for A0 to A0 at a time t equal to 0 to concentration of A at a time t equals to t. Integrating, changing concentration of A between the limit A0 to AT equal to minus K is the rate constant, which is constant term taken out of integration, minus K into changing time between the limits t equals to 0 and t equals to t. By taking integration of this concentration of A0 to AT is equal to minus K, integration of dt is equal to t, from t is equal to 0 to t is equal to t. By substituting limits, upper limit minus lower limit, AT minus A0 equals to minus KT, and KT is equal to A0 minus AT, and K is equal to A0 minus AT divided by T. This is integrated rate law for zero order reaction. Then next point is unit of rate constant for zero order reaction. Unit of rate constant for zero order reaction. Here concentration term minus concentration, unit of concentration is mole per decimeter cube divided by unit of time is second, and this unit becomes mole per decimeter cube per second. This is the unit of rate constant for zero order reaction. Then half-life of zero order reaction. Half-life of zero order reaction. That is T half. We know that what is meant by half-life of reaction. It is time required for reactant concentration to decrease 1/2 of its initial value. We know that initial concentration of reactant is A0 at a time T equals to 0. Then this is initial concentration of reactant, and this initial concentration becomes half of its initial value. That means A0 by 2. A0 by 2 at a time T is equals to T half. That is AT is equal to A0 by 2. Substituting these values in rate law equation, that is K equals to A0 minus, what is the value of AT? AT is equal to A0 by 2 divided by T half. By simplifying this equation, equals to twice A0 minus A0 divided by T half is equal to twice A0 minus A0 is equal to A0 divided by 2 T half. That is K equals to A0 by 2 into T half, and T half is equal to A0 upon 2K. This is half-life of zero order reaction. This equation indicates that half-life of zero order reaction is directly proportional to initial concentration of reactant. That means half-life of zero order reaction depends on initial concentration of reactant. Then next point is graphical representation of zero order reaction. Graphical representation. We know that this equation AT minus A0 is equal to minus KT, where A0 is initial concentration of reactant and AT is concentration of reactant at a time T. By rearranging this equation, we get AT is equal to A0 minus KT, or it may be written as minus KT plus A0. This equation is in the form of straight line equation y is equal to mx plus c. Y m x c. By plotting graph of AT on y-axis and time on x-axis, we get straight line graph as AT time, straight line graph with negative slope slope is equal to minus k, and this is intercept is equal to a0. This is the graphical representation of zero order reaction. Then examples of zero order reaction. Examples of zero order reaction. Examples of zero order reaction. First, decomposition of ammonia. Decomposition of ammonia in presence of platinum as a catalyst. This reaction is example of zero order reaction. Decomposition of ammonia in presence of platinum as a catalyst. Why this reaction is zero order reaction? Question may be asked for 2 marks. Why decomposition of ammonia is zero order reaction? Consider this is platinum metal which act as a catalyst in this reaction. Then ammonia gas molecule which are in contact with platinum metal. In contact with platinum metal, suppose these are the ammonia gas molecules. This is platinum metal and these are the ammonia gas molecules. Ammonia gas molecules in reaction act as a reactant, and that ammonia gas molecule only in contact with surface of platinum which are only undergoes decomposition. All ammonia molecules are not undergoes decomposition, that is some ammonia molecule remain as it is in the gas phase which do not react. Therefore this is the zero order reaction because its rate not depend on total concentration of ammonia. Then next point is there are many examples of zero order reaction. First one we have already studied. Second is decomposition of phosphine gas in presence of tungsten is also example of zero order reaction. The next, pseudo first order reaction. Pseudo first order reaction. Pseudo means false. Pseudo first order reaction. What is meant by pseudo first order reaction? Certain reactions whose rate expected to higher order but they follows first order. There are many reactions which shows higher order true rate law but behave as a first order. For example, consider hydrolysis of methyl acetate. Example, hydrolysis of methyl acetate. Hydrolysis of methyl acetate. Hydrolysis means reaction with water. Methyl acetate plus water to form acetic acid, aqueous plus methanol, aqueous. This is the hydrolysis of methyl acetate. For this reaction, experimentally determined rate law is given as rate is equal to K prime into concentration of methyl acetate multiplied by concentration of water. Say equation number 1. By observing this rate law, it indicates that power of concentration term of methyl acetate is 1 and power of another concentration term is also 1. We know that sum of power of concentration term is nothing but order of reaction. Therefore, by using experimentally determined rate law, it indicates that for this reaction, order must be second order, expected to be second order, but this reaction follows first order kinetics, because in this reaction water is act as a solvent which is also reactant. Its concentration is in a large excess. Therefore, its concentration after reaction, its concentration does not changes. That means very negligible change takes place in concentration of water. Therefore, concentration of water taken as constant. Concentration of water is equal to constant is equal to K double prime. This value of concentration of water, substituting equation number 1, we get rate is equal to K prime into K double prime into concentration of methyl acetate. If K prime into K double prime is equal to K, then rate is equal to K into concentration of methyl acetate. And this equation indicates that power of concentration term is 1, therefore reaction follows first order. There are also another example of pseudo first order reaction is same as hydrolysis of sucrose is also example of pseudo first order reaction. Hydrolysis of sucrose into glucose and fructose in presence of water is also example of pseudo first order reaction. Then next point, effect of catalyst on rate of reaction. Effect of catalyst on rate of reaction. We know that what is the role of catalyst? Catalyst increases the rate of reaction without consuming itself in the reaction. For example, KClO3 in presence of MnO2 as a catalyst to form twice KCl plus thrice oxygen gas. This reaction takes place in presence of catalyst MnO2, manganese oxide. If we plot graph of energy versus reaction coordinate for catalyzed and uncatalyzed reaction, energy versus reaction coordinate, This graph is for catalyzed reaction. This is the activation energy. This is uncatalyzed reaction. Uncatalyzed reaction, that means in absence of MnO2. And second is this is the say activation energy prime. It is graph for catalyzed reaction. Catalyzed reaction, that means in presence of MnO2. First of all, what is meant by catalyst? Catalyst, it is the substance which is added in reaction mixture to increase the rate of reaction without itself consumed in the reaction. Then from this graph, it indicates that activation energy. First of all, what is meant by activation energy? It is minimum amount of kinetic energy which is required for molecular collision for a reaction to occur. It is minimum amount of kinetic energy which is required for molecular collision, and that's why reaction takes place. From this graph, it is clearly indicated that activation energy required for uncatalyzed reaction. That means E activation is greater than activation energy required for catalyzed reaction. That is activation energy prime. Therefore, from this graph, it is clearly indicated that activation energy for catalyzed reaction is less as compared to uncatalyzed reaction. Therefore, what is the exact role of catalyst in the reaction? Catalyst increases the rate of reaction by decreasing activation energy.